It has not been an easy 16 months. But what is important is the interests of our state must be above our personal interests. I want to say it here, very loud and clear to everyone. The Supreme Court has given a judgment. My administration is going to implement the judgment to its fullest.
You have heard from Governor Fubara when he was addressing his people. He told them that for the interest of peace, that is going to follow the what, that's going to obey the verdict of Supreme Court, that is going to do what? Implement the law, that is going to follow whatever Supreme Court has rules Supreme Court has given to them for the interest of peace, so that the people of Rivers State will not be suffering, so that the people of Rivers State will enjoy the dividend of democracy. That he see no reason why they will be fighting, why people will be suffering. But one thing is this: some people were saying that these lawmakers, 27 lawmakers that deflated, that they had affidavit. But one thing is this: the Supreme Court never used such criteria to judge them. Rather, Supreme Court used 3 things to judge them. One is that as a member who deflected from PDP to APC, their names must be registered on the APC's registration book. Another one is that those members, their names must not be on PDP's registration. Their names must be cancelled, so that they will definitely know that these people are no longer part of PDP. And none of these things happened. The third one is that membership card. That if they were members of APC, they must have a membership card. And also they withdraw a membership card of PDP. But up till now, they still have those membership cards, and also their names are still there. You see it? This is how the Supreme Court judged it. So let me allow you to hear what TVC News analyst said as regards to this very crisis that have been going on, and also as regards to the Supreme Court verdict. But remember, this is Raja TV News. Subscribe and like my videos, and also tune up your notification button so that whenever I post my video, you'll be able to hear from me. Thank you so much.
In an easy 16 months. But what is important is the interests of our state must be above our personal interests. I want to say it here, very loud and clear to everyone. The Supreme Court has given a judgment. My administration is going to implement the judgment to its fullest. The reason is clear. It's not about me. It's about the good of this state. We can imagine the kind of waste that has taken place in both sides. These are money that if we have used it in the affair of this state, there would have been a lot of things to show.
Okay, this story is on 2 sides, okay, but let's start from the side A, pro Fubara group, giving strong warnings that if there's an attempt to impeach the governor, there will be something. What do you make of this?
Yeah, I also don't want to see Fubara impeached. I don't think that is the right thing to do. I don't think that's a sensible thing to do. I'm happy to hear him say that the Supreme Court judgment will be obeyed. And as I said 2 Fridays ago, the governor has no choice. All of the people think, what if he does not obey? Why would he not obey? Does he have 2 heads? The people who have been obeying, are they not human beings? People bigger than him, much bigger than him, they've had to obey the Supreme Court. And I gave the example of Obasanjo. He kept losing. In quick succession, he lost more than 8 cases. And he still obeyed. He obeyed. One of the cases that you were expecting not to obey was that of Atiku, because he wanted to make sure that Atiku didn't succeed him. So he tried to stop him from contesting the election. Less than 76 hours to the election, Supreme Court ruled that Atiku must be on the ballot. Obasanjo had no choice
but to obey.
Yeah, so why are we talking about Fubara? Someone say, we don't know what will happen in Rivers. We don't know. What if Fubara did not obey? Why will he not obey? So we've heard from him now that he will obey. We do not want to see all of the people misadvising the governor. People profiteering from the quarrel in Rivers State. Shame on them.
Yes.
They should stay in their states. So going up and down, misleading the young man. They know that he's politically naive, exactly. So it's easy for them to walk up to him and give him one advice. But what the governor needs to do now is focus on obeying the Supreme Court. Focus on working with the lawmakers. Even some of his friends know that that's the best bet.
Yes.
And as I said yesterday, it was wrong of the governor to get the clerk to write.
You know, the SSG.
Yeah, the SSG to write. Yes, it was wrong. And a deputy speaker sent me a message yesterday that it was wrong for the SSG to have signed the letter. The governor ought to have signed it. The SSG can only sign a letter going to the clerk of the House and not to the speaker. In all standing rules of the House, all letters coming to the speaker must be signed personally by the governor. So what are we talking about? When somebody is wrong, let's tell him he's wrong. We want peace. Fubara can better manage this situation. For me, it's a surprise to me that a governor of a state like Rivers, you are finding it difficult to control, to have your lawmakers on your side. We are not saying have everybody. But a situation in which about 27 are not even on your side. And even to those who want to ethnicize the thing, there are Ijos among those who are not on the side.
Exactly. That's what most people don't know.
That's what people don't know. Those trying to turn this to an Ijo matter. It's not an Ijo matter. It's a Rivers matter. We want peace. Let there be peace. Let's begin to hear of good developments in that place. Do the proper thing. Why should you send your SSG to do a letter? These are people that you snubbed for so long. You are not paying their salary. Yes. You even wanted to demolish their homes. If not for Rivers elders who came up to say no, he was already inspecting where you will demolish. A beautiful place, you still wanted to demolish after you succeeded with the House of Assembly complex. No, all that has to stop. Implement it. Go and present your budget. Go and present your budget. Lay it before these guys. Already, they've been confirmed as the authentic lawmakers. It's been affirmed that they did not defect. Because as I've said long before now, to defect, your name has to be on the register of the new party. You couldn't bring the evidence because those boys didn't pursue it further. So somebody was shouting about this thing, affidavit. Oh, they swore to affidavit. But the Supreme Court said no. For you to defect,
your name must be on the register.
And your name must have left the register of your former party. Nothing. And you must have the card, membership card. Okay. So all of that didn't happen. So technically, the law does not know anything about emotions. All of the people who go to TV stations splitting hairs because they are too emotional, even over matters that do not concern them. They will tell you, oh, they've lost their seat. Oh, they've lost their which seats have they lost? If somebody kills a man, does he automatically lose his life?
No.
The law has to follow its course.
Okay, Brother Asuko, in your opinion, do you think the actions of governor since the Supreme Court ruling, do you think the governor is showing or has shown good faith that he will?
Just like Vicky just said, when the Supreme Court judgment came, those same sharks are the ones trying to misadvise him again. Not to, no agree. It's not about no agree. This is Supreme Court for crying out loud. It's Supreme Court that is speaking.
The final court.
That is the final. After that, it's God.
To wait for God.
It's to go to God. So the Supreme Court has spoken, and so and he said he was waiting for CTC.
CTC.
And
CTC.
CTC. In fact, what happened was I still saw CTC in virtually most of the newspapers. So that if you don't see it,
We don't read them out here.
Yeah, exactly.
if you don't see it, one way or the other, you are walking
on
in
the
your
You stumble
sitting
on
room.
it.
You stumble on it, true.
So the people who wanted him to see the citizen made sure
The
that
man
he
must
will
have
see
seen
the
it now.
citizen. So you have
So
seen
waiting
it.
remain.
So there's nothing. So my own is that he actually kept to listening to wrong advisors for too long, making him feel that there's nothing that can happen. Even making make utterances that he's not supposed to.
Yes. Tactless.
The man is a very, I don't know. He's quiet. If you look at him, you know that this person doesn't look like somebody who can kill a fly.
So gentleman.
But they just make him look as if he can do everything, he can do on and do. Look at, he's a very quiet person.
Okay, but how about those groups? We
Those
have the
groups.
INC, the IYC,
All of- see, listen,
that are saying
see,
if anything happens, they will.
Forget all those people.
Do you
Those
think the
people
governor
are-
should come and, you
see,
know,
the governor is part
publicly
of
condemn
People,
that-
they are entitled to their
they are
opinion.
all
okay.
entitled.
See,
They
all
will
of these
say
people, if the governor does what is right, they don't even
they
need to
won't. They
talk.
don't need to. They won't even go close to
They
the
won't.
governor.
They don't even need to talk. Let the
Yes.
governor do what
Do
is
what he
right.
wants
It
to
is
do.
not about those people.
Yes.
This is not an ethnic
No,
disagreement.
don't- so leave that
If it was
ethnic-
ethnic disagreement, there won't be just amongst those 27.
They have the jobs
What
there.
are we talking about? We have people from other ethnicities. It's not simply an equerry matter. No. They don't. It doesn't need all of those people. And the lawyers who are misleading him, going from TV station to TV station, you know, turning the law upside down. Those are not the people that he needs at this time. Let him follow what the Supreme Court said. There is no big deal about it. Go and represent the budget. You cannot dodge representing it. You can't escape representing it.
You know,
the laws of our country, the judgments of our courts are enforceable. And he should know that. But he surrounded himself with misadvisors.
Exactly.
All of the
We
things we
sharks.
told him to do, honestly, if he begins to do them, he will see that that is the way to go.
You know, BK,
Because some of us are not emotionally attached.
Deal with facts.
It's just the right thing that we're talking
if we
about.
had even listened to the president way back, we wouldn't even have gotten to this point.
Okay,
because
the first
some of those
meeting-
things that the president said go and do is the same thing that the Supreme
He
Court.
had begun doing them
yes,
before they
exactly.
started
They now
misleading
started
him, then he
misleading
changed his
him.
mind. He had
You know?
begun, because I
You
don't
know, so I don't
understand.
know. You know, so he has to choose his friends.
True.
Those he
Wisely.
consider-
Not
Very
sycophants
well.
and all.
After this one, after this whole episode,
Well,
he
anyway.
should sit down. Whether he has to go
And
to church.
nobody must impeach.
You know?
It's
No,
not even a matter
they
of
should
impeachment.
just
We don't
forget
want to
about
hear
it.